You need to stop being a bro. You need to stop being a. This shit's starting to get annoying now. I made a tweet about this, and I'll show you guys real quick, because he had on our buddy Louie, which we'll address him later. So I go here: for years, I've ignored Chris Williamson platform, my critics, detractors, and outright haters on modern wisdom. He has given them endless airtime to push their narratives, spin lies, and mischaracterize me completely unchecked without any real pushback or balance. About 2 years ago, I even met Chris in Miami, and the interaction was cordial. I think I told you guys about this, that I met him here in Miami. Right, nice guy, but he's just a coward. Out of respect for that encounter and desire to keep things civil, I chose not to call him out publicly, even though this pattern had already been going on for a long time. But enough is enough. Chris Williamson, you are a coward. I'm calling you out publicly for this pattern of selective cowardice that has gone on for too long. You even recorded a full multi-hour interview with Andrew Tate, then chose to shelve it completely out of fear backlash while repeatedly amplifying Tate's critics and giving them free rein to attack him. That is not principled podcasting. That is fear-driven hypocrisy. And now, Louis Theroux, a.k.a. Louis the Liar, disingenuous as ever in his so-called journalism, has released his Manosphere documentary. He selectively edited and framed the footage to push a clear agenda, conveniently omitting key context and moments that would have told the full, unfiltered story. Fully expecting this, I recorded all my interactions with Louis and his team. Tonight, I'm exposing exactly what he was too scared to include. The audience deserve the truth, not to curate a hit piece. Chris, you have had years, even after meeting me face-to-face, to extend the same courtesy to me that you have lavished on my opponents. And basically, like, look, the reality is this. He's been doing this shit for years. You guys know he's brought on, and shout out to DPG with the big 50. With the big 100, excuse me. Shout out to you, bro. Give you a double down to Marco for that one. All you niggas in the chat, now you guys go ahead and you guys got, all you guys are gonna have a badge now, pretty much. So, and you guys can go ahead and use the emotes. I got a bunch of emotes. I got like damn near 60. Shout out to Josie for making them for me. They're hilarious. They're very racist, very bigoted, as you guys know, because over here we call it like it is. We don't get mad. You know what's funny? For all the people out there that say like, oh, yo, Myron, you're a raging racist, and the people that follow you are all like racist too. You know what's kind of funny? Even though we are all kind of racist somewhat. The funny part is this. I did a poll on my OSS, for those of you that are wondering, my OSS squad. And it was damn near perfectly split. Roughly 20 to 30% white, 20-30 Hispanic, 20-30 black, and then the remainder was Asian and Arabs. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? That should tell you something. That tells you that people are tired of the politically correct bullshit rhetoric that they've been trying to shove down our throats, regardless of skin color. Okay? Regardless of skin color. They are tired of being told what they can and can't say. They are tired of being called racist. They're tired of being called bigots. They're tired of being called phobic, right? Or homophobic, or these other stupid terms, Islamophobic. We're tired of it, bro. We really are. We want to be able to call people. We want to be able to say that we're stupid. Like, what the, bro? Like, we want to be able to say the shit that we want to say. You're criminals. What? Come on, rocket scientists for saying that? All right? Nobody wants to live in a neighborhood, nigga, like. And I'm tired of having to apologize for this shit. It's gay and annoying. Okay? So, yeah. Chris Williamson he needs to stop being a. And here, it's funny because Andrew actually commented on this. It's true. He argued in favor of the COVID vaccine for hours. He has 3, I believe. Bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, these dudes need to stop being. It's like, yo, I don't give a shit about going on a pod. But, bro, see, here's the thing with him. He brings on people that are in, you know, evolutionary psychology, people that, like, talk about relationships, whatever. Yo, every single one of these, all of his guests, they always throw shots at me, Rolo. They throw shots at anyone on this side of the internet that calls it like it is, which is very simple. Most women are okay? I'm not tired of apologizing for saying that shit. Like, excuse me, I've never apologized for saying that shit. Yeah, he's vaxxed, chat. He's vaxxed, which explains everything that you need to know, right? But regardless, the point I'm trying to make here is that normally I didn't give a shit, but he keeps bringing the same people that bash me every time. Sadia Khan and all these other losers. And it's funny because he actually recorded an interview with Andrew and then, like, shelved it, which tells you guys how much of a he is. And the other part too, right? Look at this. If you go on his channel, right? And here's the thing. I didn't even want to have to call him out like this shit, but it's annoying now at this point. Bro, this thing has 16K views. 16K views, right? 6 hours. And he has 4.15 million subscribers. What the? Bro, if I went on a shade, be at 100K in less than 24 hours. Easy. 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 So the reality here is that he's terrified, dude. He's terrified of bringing on right-wing voices that call like it is, that say we're stupid and men need to be in leadership roles, etc. That's what it is. It's shameful, honestly. As a guy that, you know, does intersexual dynamics, You should know better than anyone else that women simply are not leaders. Okay? They're just not at all. Everyone knows this. Okay? And we've seen the colossal failure that feminism has created in society. Right? But the thing is that this guy's terrified of his audience because half his audience is probably women, right? And he doesn't want to call like it is or have people on that are going to say what it is. And look, this shit got a lot of dislikes, actually, surprisingly enough. So, yeah, bro, it's pathetic and it's annoying. Honestly, guys, this is like his 20th guest that he's brought on that's like just bashed me with no pushback. And it's bullshit. It's really bullshit. So anyway, no respect for cowards, bro. No respect for cowards. Yeah, but this barely got any views, bro. 16K, 6 hours with a 4.15 million channel. Like, what the? Like, holy shit. Pimpin' Llama says, Dad Boomer, you saved me from an insufferable woman and inspired me to up my status at workout, and now I have a roster of women. They want men to be submissive at all costs. Exactly. And like I said, I'll be real honest with y'all. It was not that bad. Let me be very charitable here, be honest. I'm actually more annoyed with Chris Williamson being a than Louis at this point, honestly. If I'm going to keep it all the way 1,000 with you guys. Like, I'm more annoyed that he's a coward than Louis. At least with Louis, we know that he's a libtard. We know that he's going to do a hit piece. We know that he's going to do dishonest journalism and cut shit out of context. It's okay. I got him, though. Okay? No problem. But someone like Chris Williamson, who prides himself on being like, you know, a searcher of truth, or, you know, I go ahead and I'm trying to, you know, get to the bottom of psychology, right? Intersexual dynamic psychology. How the are you not going to talk to the biggest niggas in this shit, bro? Like, me and Rolo arguably are like the biggest, like, in this sphere. And he constantly platforms people that just bash us. And it's annoying as because what ends up happening is his big normie audience get the wrong idea, and then they think like they have some preconceived notion about us, and they never hear from ourselves. And the thing that kills me is like he's platforming these no names to do it. So it's malicious because it's like we would get more views than all these guys. So it's not a clout thing. You're just being malicious at this point. You're not even trying to get the full story. You're bringing in like a bunch of no name Evos like or, you know, broads that claim to be academics. They come in, they bash us for 2 to 3 hours. It gets like very few views. People send me the clips. I ignore it for years. Now you bring this loser on, Louis, and I don't even get a chance to defend myself. It's annoying as bro. It's really annoying. But anyway, let me show you guys the clip here that they played.
I mean, to quote Myron Gaines, one of the main people I speak to is a guy called Myron Gaines. Are you familiar with him? Yes. So he...
See how he made it real quick, like, Terrified, bro. It's because I'm so controversial. Here's the other thing, too. Let me say this. Let's just call it what it is. Not only are people terrified of me because of my views when it comes to women, they're also terrified because I call out the blacks, I call out Indians, I call out Asians, I call out Muslims, I call out everybody. Nobody's safe with me, bro. Okay? So since I call out bullshit regardless of skin color, background, religion, whatever it may be, that is terrifying to people because I don't have an agenda. I call like it is. And whenever someone doesn't have an agenda, that is scary. I told y'all, my family's from Sudan. I grew up in a Muslim household. Meanwhile, I'm still telling people that they're go for trying to pray at Times Square, bro. You would think I would have the position like, nah, bro, just pray wherever. Who cares? No, nigga, that's just it. And that is why people are terrified of me, is because I don't have an agenda. I call it like it is. If it's I say it's okay? And this, my friends, is why everyone is terrified to platform me. That is why. Because I call it like it is. Regardless of my skin color, regardless of my religious affiliations, regardless of my friends or what they believe in, whatever, I call it like it is, dude. And this is why I tell y'all, I'm the realest nigga on the internet. I'm like the realest streamer because I say what it is. I don't have some weird religious bias or any of that shit, you know? And the biggest thing that gets me in trouble is obviously talking about them boys. Because they have the most power. And that is what a lot of people are terrified of when I talk about that topic. So anyway, let me let you guys listen to the clip in full real quick. I'll let you guys hear it.
I mean, to quote Myron Gaines, one of the main people I speak to is a guy called Myron Gaines. Are you familiar with him? Yes. So he's part of a double act called Fresh and Fit. They have a podcast in Miami. Their content is very extreme. And Myron Gaines wrote a book called Why Women Deserve Less.
Oh, there you go. #1 bestseller in feminist theory. Let's go, nigga.
And his whole message is that women have been pampered and they are over entitled. And as men, we need to recognize that and give them less, and everything will go more smoothly. And so his message would be, actually, yeah, men can hack the game of life. You know, I can teach you the cheat codes of life. A lot of it based on old PUA called Fresh and Fit. They have a podcast.
So it starts with, oh man, they have extreme views. I don't think Fresh and Fit is extreme at all. We just keep it real. But, you know, telling the truth in a world of lies obviously makes you extreme, right? So.
In Miami, their content is very extreme. And Myron Gaines wrote a book called Why Women Deserve Less.
Oh, there you go. Number one best. Actually, I wrote 2 books on why women deserve less. Why women deserve less, and why women deserve even less. And book number 3 is coming. Why women deserve nothing. I think that's going to be book 3, chat. Is why women deserve nothing. And then I got another book coming out September 11th. And their lies. Seller in feminist theory. Let's go, nigga. We were number 1 in feminist theory, by the way, FYI.
And his whole message is that women have been pampered and they are over entitled, and as men we need to recognize that and give them less, and everything will.
Absolutely. Women have been pampered. They've been spoiled. This is why they behave so poorly. The average woman does not respect the average man whatsoever. Okay? If you don't believe me, take a regular guy, put him in a nightclub, have him try to approach girls. Watch how cold and rude they're going to be to him. Okay? The average female looks at the average guy as a burden, as like a loser, as like not worthy of her time. This is the unfortunate reality of the society that we're in now. Women no longer respect average men at all.
Will go more smoothly. And so
So men need to reciprocate that by giving them less.
Message would be actually, yeah, men can hack the game of life. You know, I can teach you the cheat codes of life. A lot of it based on old PUA, pickup artistry.
Not at all. I tell guys very basic stuff. There's no hack. I tell guys, yo, you got to get in the gym. You got to train. You can't be a fat loser. Okay? You got to make money. And that's how the world works. And you have to learn female nature. Like, I don't give them no hack or any of that other bullshit. I call it like it is. Obviously, learn game, get in the gym, make money, become successful, be an interesting young guy, and that's how you do it. There's no shortcuts. I've told guys this a million times. There's no shortcuts.
Supposed hacks, you know, negging women,
Yes, negging women is simply not kissing her. Very important. Okay? And this isn't just a trait with women. This is like just human psychology in general. If you praise someone too much, they lose respect for you.
Recognizing that women are, in their words or in their view, status obsessed. And then
they are status obsessed. This is demonstrably true. Since the beginning of time, okay, there's a reason why, 90% of women are procreated versus only 40% of men are procreated? Why women were warlords, right? Now, I'm not saying it's necessarily consensual or whatever, or above reproach, but the point I'm trying to make is that women absolutely respond favorably to status, okay? I mean, bro, did you guys see, like, Neon Selena Powell? Come on, man. For some of y'all niggas that don't know who Neon is, like, okay, you think, bro, this is a proof that status is everything, bro. Look at this nigga. You Google Wild to even pull him up. He's like, oh, you sure, nigga? Yeah. Bro, you guys telling me that, like, come on, man. Come on, dude. So this is what status does, okay? This is what status does. Women respond extremely favorably to status. And no one likes to admit this, but it's the truth. You think Iggy Azalea is just hanging out with this guy because he's a nice guy? No, bro. No. Like, when you have money and you have status, you're able to get around things. It is what it is. And I just call it what it is. And people call, oh, bro, women are fixated with status. Yes, they are. They really are. And I would argue that not only are women infatuated with status, they're infatuated with it even more so now in 2026. In a globalized, internet-dominated world, social media-dominated world, they care about status even more than before.
You can build the life that you would like and would deserve by employing his techniques.
There's no techniques, bro. Just get in the gym, make money, don't be a loser, don't simp for girls that don't deserve it, okay? Vet girls. It's very simple. There's no, like, secret sauce for this shit.
I mean, there's a lot more that could be said about that. I mean, I found it so inimical to the way I think about it.
See, and this is what I mean when I say, like, they mischaracterize and bastardize what you say and make it come across as, like, you know, some sensational bullshit, which is like, bro, I've been saying the same shit for years. Why do we have a Money Monday? Why do we have a Womanizer Wednesday? Why do we teach guys this stuff? There's no secret. It's just application over time and being consistent.
I mean, I was raised by a feminist mum.
Oh, shit.
You know, and in South London, in a world where...
That explains everything.
Yeah, the idea that, you know, my mum was a working mum. I grew up in the 70s in South London. So these ideas are so alien to me that
Yeah, see, like, and this is the other thing too, right? Like, no real father figure. Like, yeah, of course this shit's gonna be alien to him because he's operating under the premise that, you know, men and women are equal.
I had to kind of get my head around it. I think a lot of it seems to be based on his interactions with cam girls and OnlyFans models. Like, in his world, he's like when he's talking about women, he only really seems to be talking about Instagram models and women who do a lot of social media.
Okay, so why is it when I go on college campuses, college girls, literally that are more educated that don't do this type of stuff, because I talk to these academic women too that everyone wants to praise, why are they also I debated a professor, and she was like insufferable. Let me show you guys what academics does to women. Look at this. I'm going to let you guys listen to a little bit of this, because there tends to be this crazy ideology that people think that these feminists are smarter than these OnlyFans girls, and I'm telling you guys they're not. They just are able to articulate their stupidity better. You think women... Here, this girl's a professor, okay? I hope you guys are ready for the lunacy that you're about to see, because this is a common fallacy that people like Louis and other of my detractors assume that I only talk to OnlyFans girls and this is where my worldview comes from. No, I've talked to women from every single regard. Different education levels, different job fields, different backgrounds, different race, religion, etc. I'm here to tell you almost all of them are still functionally. I'm going to say that again for you guys, okay? Regardless of education level, background, religion, belief system, etc. Most of them are still, and I'll tell you why. Because women don't have to have critical thinking skills, okay? They reserve the right to just go off of how they feel versus what's real. We don't get this benefit, okay? We do not get this benefit because if we operate how we feel versus what's real, well, we end up in jail, okay? So since women don't have this standard on them, they can be f***ed. They can be. Even the most educated woman might behave in an erratic or fashion. You'll be like, what the I thought this girl was like a PhD. It doesn't matter. She went from a doctoral candidate to a doctor in 2 seconds, okay? I don't hold women to the same cognitive standard that we do because there's certain things in place that keep us in line that don't keep them in line. I'll give you a perfect example, the threat of violence. I know as a man, if I mouth off to another man, there could be some type of physical repercussions where one of us won't walk away. This is ingrained in our minds. Since this is ingrained in our mind, it forces us to be rational, deductive problem solvers. Women don't have this concept, okay? They don't understand the threat of violence, okay? When they fight each other, they don't really do any real damage to each other, right? Unless she's like a gorilla. But in general, women have a very poor time understanding the concept of violence. So this allows them to behave like idiots and not understand that there's consequences to your behaviors. This is something that no one ever wants to talk about in the psychology world because it's offensive. But I can tell you guys, from my anecdotal experience, which you niggas have been there with me every step of the way, anyone that's been watching me since 2020, you guys have seen me talk to damn near 4,000 plus women. What is the conclusion? A lot of them are stupid, okay? And I'm the only one with the balls to call like it is. Everyone else is terrified of being called a misogynist, a bigot, or some other shit. Women are for the majority of the world, bro. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Okay? And I don't blame them for it because there's certain guardrails that aren't there for them that are there for us. Example, we deal with consequences for our inadequacies. 2, we had to deal with violence or the threat of violence for saying stupid things to the wrong person. We don't have social safety nets like women do. So we have these societal guardrails that keep us from being. Women don't. Do you get that? Imagine you wake up every day. You're 18 years old. You wake up and you look at your phone. It's like a bunch of text messages all over the place, right? From all over the place. Like literally text messages from numbers you don't know. Niggas offering you all kinds of shit. You look at your phone again. Niggas sending you Apple money, right? And mind you, you're a dude, 18 years old, no life skills. Women from all over the world are sending you money, attention, DMs, heart faces. You open up your door, there's roses on the floor. Oh shit, from Becky. Oh wow, that's awesome. Another Cash App comes in. You go to the gym. Every hot chick in there is gawking at you. One finally musters up the courage and asks for your phone number. You give her your phone number. She texts you. Are you free this Thursday? You ignore it. You go to the grocery store. Another bad walks up to you, pays for your groceries. You didn't say anything. You look at the cashier. Oh, don't worry, it's been taken care of. What? You look behind you. Some hot, half Asian and white girl gives you a wink like this, right? You go back to your building. Some blonde-haired, blue-eyed chick comes up to you. Oh my God, I saw you from across the way. I just had to get your number and your name. Like, you're so beautiful. You're like, ha ha ha. Yeah, I know. I've been looks maxing. Can I have your number? Sure. Give her your number, right? You go back upstairs. You're getting invited to every party in the city, bro. Every is hitting your shit. Hey, what are you doing today? What are you doing tonight? Hey, I got tickets for a Heat game. Oh, I'm going on a yacht later. You want to come through? Bring all your hot friends with you. Or your guy friends. Which, by the way, you don't like any of those niggas. They always try to compete with you with looks maxing. FYI. You guys have like a symbiotic relationship. You don't really like any of them because you don't like the fact that like they get attention from girls too. And they take the girls from you, right? Then some she's Colombian and Russian. Green eyes, hot as nice, goes to the gym, super in shape. She invites you to go eat at Salt Bay. Tells you, oh, I got a table. And he's gonna come by and he's gonna sprinkle the salt on your food and shit. Since you're a attention loser, what do? That'd be great for my Instagram. Okay. You put on your best suit, you look all good. Oh yeah, I'm snazzing. Woo, let's go. Ric Flair, you go to the Nusret, that weird Turkish nigga comes up, right? You there with your phone, You're there with the chick, she's charming. She's so cool. She's able to tell you all these interesting stories about her life. She was a fighter pilot one time. She got in a war. She survived. She goes to the gym. She makes $100,000 a month. Who knows? I don't know. The bill comes. You get a glance at it. $15,000.
Bombocad.
Oh, don't worry. I got it. She pays for that shit for you. You jump in her car. She got a Lambo. You're like, oh, shit. This is nice. She drives you back to your apartment, which you don't pay the rent for. Hey, I don't live too far from here. You want to come back to mine? Oh, no, I'm just tired. Okay, no problem. She lets you out. You go upstairs. You call some black you used to be with. Shaniqua. Hey, I got some leftovers from that Salt Bay spot. You want to come through? Yeah, you smash her. She smells like weed and shit. She walks in. Oh, you got a nice spot. Who pays for this? Don't worry about it, nigga. Damn, just go to the room. You smash her. And you wake up and then you live it all over again. Now, let me ask you niggas in a question in the chat right now. Okay? That's one day of you being some 18-year-old dude with a bunch of girls hitting you up, offering you all this shit. What kind of person would you be if you experienced this every single day? What kind of person would you be? Would you be humble? Would you be nice? Would you be polite? Or would you be a flaming piece of shit? What would you be? I think we all know the answers to that one. Now, I know what some idiots in the chat are going to say. Myron, not every girl has this lifestyle. And you are correct. You are absolutely correct. Not every single girl has this lifestyle. But a lot of girls can get this lifestyle. A lot of girls live this lifestyle. And almost every girl has experienced a facet of this lifestyle. Do you get it now? Do you get it? This is why they are so insufferable, rude, useless, and treat you like shit, okay? They're corrupted. And look, I don't blame them because I just gave y'all the story. If you guys were operating like that every day, you would also think you're God's gift to women. You would also be an insufferable scumbag. You would be, trust me. I know you would be.